Hi Pisces, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen. Welcome to a 2026 Psychic Singles Prediction. I'm going to ask my spirit guides today for magical glimpses of love. Just little glimpses of love that may be coming towards you. What's the energy going to feel like? What will it be like with my new person, or confirmation of a person that I'm thinking of? I do have some initials. I have some charms. So let's see what the energy is coming towards you heading into the new year and what it is that Spirit wants you to know. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's been newly guided here for the first time. Spirit, please share with me for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Pisces. What is it that you have for us at this time? What is it that you want us to know? I am listening for you now. I have a physical connection. A sacred union of bodies, two becoming one. I always like the feeling of a sacred union. I always feel like it's meant to be. It was sent by the divine, but it looks like we are going to be very physically attracted to each other. I have responsibilities. Your romance is being interrupted by the duties of family life. We could both have children, be single parents. We could have to overcome an obstacle, Spirit saying along those lines. Maybe that has been difficult for you because you do have kids. It's hard to date. It's hard to find anybody. So maybe that's something that Spirit's trying to help you with or work through. Keep that in mind. There's somebody for everybody, and Spirit knows you have kids. They're not going to send you somebody that isn't going to be accepting of you and your kids. Of course not. I have a twin flame recognition. You know this soul mirrors your own. I'm definitely going to go with the mirror. We're mirroring each other because that was a strong energy for me. And you could recognize that in this person right away. That could be just a really strong sign that this is your person. Did I just say sign? Look at signs and clues. Thank you, Spirit. The universe is talking to you. How wonderful. Thank you, Spirit. If you've never watched me before, it's a little game I play with Spirit. I will be hearing and listening, and I will say what they're telling me to say. And then sometimes I'll flip over the card, and it's exactly what I just said. So it's a little game that we play, and we have fun with it here at Kathy Mamolen Psychic Medium. It's all part of the game, all part of the little game I play with Spirit, just me and Spirit. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have? What is it that you want me to know about this connection? Beautiful. I have a Wheel of Fortune. I have a Knight of Swords. I have a Fool. New beginning here, guys. And I have a Magician. They're saying there's magic all around you. They're sharing that you could feel, it was almost a feeling from the moment I started talking to this person. This person, I feel it comes into your life out of nowhere. I'm definitely going to say it that way. And I feel like we just hit it off. I don't know how else to say it other than we start talking. We just realize that there's a kind of, we click, we hit it off, we are connecting very fast. It's almost like we can finish each other's sentences. I know what you're thinking. I mean, I'm going to say it's probably a twin flame, the way that it's almost like you pick up where you left off from another lifetime, because I feel like, how else do I want to say it? I want to say we click. We clicked from the first moment. That's something that you don't ever feel uncomfortable with this person. You know, that you go on that first date, you're sitting across and you're kind of awkward and you don't know what to say. No, the conversations flow very easily. There's lots of eye contact. There's body language. There's flirting. There's a little bit of seriousness in there. Yeah, I just feel like, wow. Who are you? Where did you just come from? I do feel like they came out of nowhere. I'm going to say it that way. Like, I'm kind of going on with my life, and, all of a sudden, this person comes into my energy, and you can't help but wonder. But I do feel like I ask myself, like, where did you come from? Because you're too good to be true. What's in your closet? How come you're so good? How come you're not with anybody? Why aren't you married? Like, what's wrong with you? I got to find out. I have a Six of Swords. I have a Tower. They get a story. I have a Justice. I feel like they just came out of a marriage. Okay. They just ended a marriage. Maybe they have moved on from that. Maybe that's part of their story. So I do feel, have they had enough time, Spirit? They're saying yes, they've had more than enough time to heal. They're in a good place emotionally. They're ready for a relationship. Yeah, they weren't like actively searching. I feel like they kind of have this attitude of, if I'm going to find somebody, it will be organically. So I don't know if they were in a rush to be in another relationship, unless it's somebody they really want to be with. This feels like an introduction as well. It feels like we have a mutual friend, is how I feel. We have something in common that connects us. We could both go to the same, some kind of business group, business organization. We could go to the same church, synagogue, something like that. They're using the word following to me. I'm asking what they mean by following. This person could be a public figure. This person could be like an influencer. They could be somebody that you met through social media, something like that. I know that sounds crazy, but maybe you just started chatting and you hit it off, and things, took off. Stranger things have happened. People meet. There's a lot of people who meet through, social media. It's crazy, but they do. Something connecting us to work. Something that, they're inspired by you. They think you're great at what you do. They respect your work ethic. They respect how, what you're able to do. I have feelings for you just came into me. So this is somebody who has going to have real feelings, is capable, they're saying, of having feelings, yay, and they're not going to hold back. So it's somebody who's emotionally available. Bottom of my deck, I have a Strength card, and I have a Moon. Let's get a couple more, and I have a Two of Cups. So I feel like I have been working on myself. I'm going to say it that way. I think that I have gone through a lot. It's the person who goes through a very difficult time in their life, and they come out on the other side and they are just not the same person that they were. So when you're walking into this relationship, whether it's you or them or both, you really are not the same person as you were when you picked your last relationship. And I feel that Ten of Wands at the bottom of my deck. So it's a feeling I've been through a lot since then. And I want more out of this connection than what I had. If I'm going to have another relationship, I want it to be true love. I want it to be real love. I want to be in love with somebody. I don't want to just go through the motions. So they're saying I feel the same way. So that feels like a conversation that we have. It feels like, I don't want to waste your time. If you're not feeling it, let me know. If we both are growing at the same pace and we're both falling for each other and we both know that it's real, great. But I don't want to hurt you and waste your time, and I don't want you to hurt me. So I really like that. I like the person who's an adult enough to say that I want something real, okay? And I'm not willing to settle. I'm not just looking for somebody to sleep with. I'm not looking for somebody on my arm because I can't not be in a relationship. I have to always have somebody. No, this person's, I'd rather be alone than to be with somebody that I don't want to be with. So I'm hoping you feel the same way, that you want to be with something real as well. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have about their personality? What do they want to show? Maybe something that you'll notice about them. I have very magnetic. Felt like my smile. It felt like I love your smile. Maybe that was the first thing that caught your attention. They had this kind of beautiful, open, genuine smile. I'm lovesick. Good. They're going to fall head over heels in love with you. Good. I'm grounded. I'm charismatic. Yeah, there's a sense of the smile, the flirty energy, the charisma. So this person's probably pretty self-confident. They probably look good and smell good and dress good. I would say they're attractive. You know, where did this attractive, I don't know, you know, attractive, grounded, magnetic. I mean, there's a lot of energy come from. I have impatient. I'll go at whatever pace you want. I feel like this person's very understanding about something like that. I'm very approachable. You can tell me anything. Healing energy. I've done a lot of work on myself. I needed a break from relationships. I love my family. I'm very close to my family. Our family does a lot together. I'm very empathic. That could be you. That could be them. And I'm very grateful. So the person who, and kind, ooh, and happy. I'm going to take these three. All right. So I'm grateful, kind, and happy. They're saying a genuine soul, a good soul, you know, somebody who, they're saying that I've been hurt in the past, but I don't give up. I'm not giving up on love. I still believe in love. I still want to be loved. I still have a lot of love to give. I just wasn't in the relationship, or I outgrew a relationship. And doesn't mean that it's over for me forever. It just means that I want something more this next time. So this is somebody who knows what they want. I will definitely say that. I'm hoping you know what you want. I have a sucker. I'm not going to fool you, right? I'm not looking to just manipulate you and sleep with you for a while, and then I'm going to move on to somebody else. No, this person would rather not be in a relationship. If they don't like you, they're going to just say, I'm sorry. I want to continue dating other people. They're not going to just tie you up and breadcrumb you. And, you know, they're going to move on if they're not happy. I have loneliness. Okay. I'm lonely. Maybe they admit that. Okay, that's okay. I'm sure you both are. Maybe that's something we talk about. It's just really hard. Let's take this slow and steady. I would 100% say this person is going to do that. That they are going to not rush into something because they want it to be right this time. They want something that works this time and last. A secret admirer surprises you. Hidden love. Maybe they've been holding back that they're attracted to you. Maybe they've noticed you, you know, maybe in the business world or at work or in the neighborhood or at some kind of organization you're both in. They've seen you across the room a couple of times. They've kind of wondered, are you single? Who are you? You know, are you dating anybody? Maybe they've just said to themselves, who's that? So it's just a little bit of you caught my eye, and maybe I'm ready to make a move. You're I love this. I'm under your spell, you know, that kind of, what have you done to me? You know, that when your head starts to spin and I can't stop thinking about you, and you say to the person, like, what have you done to me? You know, like, I don't even recognize myself anymore. I'm so in love with you. It's crazy. I'm thinking crazy. I'm acting crazy. So yeah, there is those early stages where you're so you're like floating, and maybe you do feel like you're under a spell. I have your wishes granted. I love this. We have a bright future together. I like that. I like the feeling of together we can do anything, or that we have this. We both are very optimistic about a future. How that we could really make something great happen between the two of us. That feels good. All right, let's get some initials. Let's see what they're saying. First initials, last initials. Let's see what they want you to know. And this beautiful bowl, I'm calling them my Christmas tiles because they're burgundy and gold, but I'm probably going to use them year round. They're pretty, but I'm calling them my Christmas tiles. What the heck? All right, so let's get some first initials, last initials. The letter R. I have a P. Maybe you'll spell a person's name. W. E. An H. I have an S. T. C. E. I have an A, an E, K, Y, another E, letter M. I have an R, O, another R, another O. I have an S, G, and the letter V. Okay, so for some of you, those definitely are connecting. Maybe we got your person, we got you, something like that. So they're just a little bit of evidence. I like to do them. I think they're fun. And let's see what else they want you to know about this connection. Spirit, where is this connection headed? I want something real. Something about, there's a sense of outstanding energy. They could be a public figure somehow. Either they are very active in social media, like have a big social media following, or aspiring actor, musician, performer, something like that. But I feel like they're a little bit, a lot of people know them. Spirit, please share with me. I have a 6 of Cups. I have strength. I have a Sun. I have a 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords was I'm trying to battle my own fears, which doesn't mean, I think it's just human more than, I don't think it's a problem, but it's more of a, what if I put myself in a situation and I'm not happy again? Somebody who's gone through something that, you're in a relationship, you could be married, and you realize you wake up one day and you're like, I'm not happy. And where do I go? What do I do? And it's hard to get out of relationships sometimes. So this is more of it crosses my mind, but I'm going to use that strength card as I just try to be hopeful. And I just try to remember that I'm not the same person. And I try to look for that new beginning. And even the soulmate energy with that 6 of Cups, that this is what I've always wanted. You're the type of person I always saw myself with. So I do feel like, I think all of us go through that. I think we all have that, what if I meet the wrong person? And we have to push through it with well, what if I meet the right person and it's incredible and it's the best thing that's ever happened to me? Because there is going to be a day that you do meet the right person and you do fall in love and it is mutual. But until then, yeah, sometimes we go through some really bad people that we don't want to be with, and it's hard. I have a 10 of cups. I just want to be happy. I think you both are saying that. I don't feel like we are asking for a lot. I really don't. I mean, there could be a lot going on with this person. I'm not saying this person doesn't have a lot to offer, but I think that at the end of the day, they just want to be happy. They want to be happy with themselves, their life, their home. They want you to be happy. You want to make yourself happy, you know. So I don't feel like the goal here is that we have to have a lot of things or have this kind of, you know, amazing life. I think it all starts with as long as we have each other and we can go from there. But maybe because I wasn't happy in the past with a particular relationship, I know what it feels like to be in a relationship that makes me unhappy. So I don't want to put myself in that situation again. I have an Ace of Cups. I want somebody to love me unconditionally. I think on both sides. I think we both, that's a priority. A Page of Wands. You're the first, the world. Yeah, you know, King of Swords. They're honest. I would say they are very, very honest with their feelings. Very honest with what it is that they want, what it is that they're trying to bring into their life. Let's get some charms. Let's see what they have for some clues for some charms. But I'm going to say, I know what I don't want. That sometimes is more important than I know what I want. I know what I'm not going to allow myself to do again or to be in again. So that's probably what's going on here with kind of the thoughts going around in my head. Let's get a scoop of these Christmas charms. These are my Christmas charms. There's lots of letters in here. And I have been using these all week. I'm taking advantage of that. It's like right before the holidays, so I can use these things. I have the letter W. I have a J. I have the letter H. I have an I. I have an X. I have a Y. Okay, let me see what I'm feeling. Okay. I have a big wreath and I have two matching little wreaths. I have to tell you, it feels like twins. Does somebody out there have twins? It feels like I have kids, but they're twins. Maybe I have an older child and then maybe the twins are a little bit younger, something like that. So maybe somebody has 3 kids. But it did come into me as twins. Maybe it feels like a boy and a girl. It feels like I have one of each. So that felt kind of cool. I don't know if I've ever felt twins before with my charms. I have a big, beautiful present. I have a single present, which is interesting. And it's just for you. So I'm going to say this person's probably the kind of person who goes out of their way to pick something that would be very personal. They may not get you like a slew of presents, but they'll get you one very nice personal present. And they put a lot of effort and thought into it. I'm laughing because the wrapping isn't that great of a job. They try really hard with some kind of wrapping. I think they finally give in to like a bag, but it's, I don't know, there's something about the wrapping that's kind of silly. Yeah, I feel like they pick they pick something personal. So it tells me that they care. They put some effort into a gift. I have a Christmas tree. I feel, I'm going to say roots. I'm going to go with the whole root thing. Putting down roots, the tree growing, adding to my tree, adding to my family. So with those kids, yeah, I feel like my branches, I'm branching out. I mean, there's just a lot of tree reference. So I'm just going to go with that. I have Rudolph. Let's do Rudolph. Is this Rudolph? Yeah, I have Rudolph. Yeah, this person's, I'm going to say a leader. I feel like this person's very good at what they do. So they could be at the top of their field. They could be, other people admire them, look up to them. A lot of people follow they had said follow them before. So all I can think of is they have a lot of followers. So maybe in one of the social medias, TikTok, YouTube, something like that. And then I have this beautiful snowflake with this gem in the center. So not only are you unique, I feel like they see you as above and beyond unique. Like you're one of a kind. You're the only snowflake that has a gem in the center. That looks like your heart. And it's coming into me as like you're unique. And the reason why you're unique is, can you see like the little, has like a little red gem. You're unique and you have that gorgeous gem of a heart. So that's probably what they're falling in love with. They're falling in love with your heart. And that's, yeah. I mean, I think that, yeah, I think you're unique, but I think what makes you unique is how loving your heart is or how much you love them. Just remember, people fall in love with how do you make me feel? So you could be making them feel amazing. You could be loving being with them, loving hearing their voice, loving talking to them, loving how they make love to you, and you make them feel good about themselves. So they turn right around and say, I want more of this. I want more of you. So let's see when is this coming into us, Spirit? When is it that you want us to, any timeline? The next couple of days. Awesome. Right around the corner. The next couple of years. Okay. But not that they're going to come in the next couple of years, but maybe the next couple of years will be we fall in love, we commit to each other, maybe we decide to live together, we could get engaged. So maybe over the next couple of years is really when this relationship becomes cemented, something, official. That would be nice. I have next summer. By next summer, we could really know this is the person I want to be with. Beautiful. You have the power to create the timing by taking action. So there was a little bit of I admire you energy earlier. I've noticed you. I don't know who's going to make the first move. Maybe there's something going on there with, you might have to make the first move. You may have to say hello first, or you may have to introduce yourself somehow to this person. So keep that in mind. I don't know. Is there strict rules about that anymore? I don't think so. Whoever feels drawn to make the first move, I think should make the first move. I'm going to say it that way. And I have May at the bottom of my deck. So that could be important. Let's see what some loving messages are. Spirit, what do you want us to know about this connection? Where is it headed? What are the feelings, future feelings? I was confused before, but it all makes sense to me now. How about, I always wondered why I ended a relationship, and did I make a mistake? Did I choose the right path? Yeah, and now all of a sudden it's starting to make sense. Spirit had something else for me. My family is crazy about you, and I can't say I blame them. That's always nice to know that this welcoming family, not that you need anybody's approval, but it's nice. Let's face it, that you fit right in. Everybody's inviting to you. They're nice to you. They're friendly. They want you both to be happy. You're not just my lover, you're my best friend. I think that's important. Your heartfelt kisses puts my soul at ease. Kiss me like you mean it. And sometimes that tells you a lot. It's not a fake kiss. They're kissing you because it's passionate. They want to kiss you. I feel this sincerity in your apology. We can talk about anything is how that came into me. It's so good with you. I never want to leave. I want to be by your side. There's definitely a by your side energy. With you, I want to experience the good, the bad, and the unpredictable. That's what it is. It's not always perfect. It isn't a fairy tale, but we can do it together. And sometimes that's what we have to both believe in, that as long as we have each other, we can get through anything. And I feel like that's what Spirit's bringing you, because you both want something real. And you clicked right from the beginning. I loved that kind of, it was effortless. So let's put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages. Claim it, own it, it's yours. Ask Spirit to bring it to you. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Thank you always for your kind words, your comments. I appreciate them. If anyone would like to book a private reading with me, please go to my website, KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com. Also, check out my other 2 channels here on YouTube, my Pick a Card channel and my Twin Flame channel, and I'll put the links in the description. I hope you enjoyed your reading today, and we'll see you all again real soon.